one of the very, very simple things that we do here, and I set up a while ago, and I've just reinstalled in the new nets, is a way that the batters specifically, and the bowlers I suppose, can get a little bit of feedback from the way they're playing. And it's such a simple thing to do. Costs next to nothing, but it gives them a bit of feedback as to how they're playing. And simply because when you're playing inside, most people will have seen the player who hits the ball really nicely all around the park, but when they put them out in the middle, they don't necessarily turn hitting good shots into scoring runs, building innings, hitting the ball into gaps, etc. So all we've done here is I get some nice different coloured string, and we string in quite a few gaps. So people have got some targets to work towards. So I'll just give you a quick illustration now. So from here you can see that is looking down towards the other end, towards where the bowler would be. I'm stood just in front of the stumps here, so I'm kind of in the batter's position. Then if you pan around to the right a little bit, you will see out there, which you might not be able to pick up on the camera, but then more so down here, as we go all the way around to the corner, we've just got some targets strung into the nets. Okay, and those targets are kind of ideally simulated as where fielders may or may not be. I'll just take it up this way a little bit further so you can see there's one there. We've got another one in here on the leg side as well. But the idea being that not necessarily this is somewhere we want to hit the ball all the time, because inevitably, as you know, you pull the nets out one day and they're in a very different positions the next day. But whilst you're in here batting and whilst you're playing in the middle, there's going to be a different field set every time. Might be similar, but if you've got an objective, if you can hit the ball into this gap down here or this gap here, which might be between point and cover, extra cover mid-off, whatever it might be, then you've got a little bit of feedback you can get yourself. So if you're trying to hit the gap, ball comes in from here and I'm trying to hit the ball in this direction, I know if I've got it exactly where I want. I'm aware of where the space is, I'm aware of where the space is there, I'm aware of where the space is over there. And if that's my objective now, I'm not just hitting a ball, I'm trying to score a run. And that's what we want to do as much as possible. It's not just about hitting ball, getting good contact. It's about scoring runs after all. So whether or not you do it in a way that looks good, whether or not you do it in a way that looks pretty ugly, if you can consistently play and get the ball in the direction you want, you're going to find you can have a bit of success. So grab yourself a bit of string. Once you're in there, you've got some feedback that the batters will just get on with automatically. A little bit of a challenge for them, but also you can start getting the bowlers thinking about trying to keep them away from certain gaps. You can also take it further into a session and you can start calling gaps out and giving batsmen targets to try and hit. So everyone's probably done a round the clock drill where they're trying to hit from mid-off, or they might start at third man here and they're going to try and go all the way around and hit different angles in there. Same thing can happen, right? Same thing, we've got a bowling machine on. Can I hit a drop single into there? Can I then hit a push into there for one? Can I then drive one between cover and mid-off? Can I then get one wide of mid-on out here? So loads of different ways you can use it, but the simplest thing is you can just let it happen and the batsman will use it organically, and you'll find that very quickly they're thinking about scoring runs rather than just hitting a ball.